Hello, everyone. It's finally here. Calamity 400 days. And some of you are probably wondering, where's the 300 days video, Fatilda? Where is it? My 300 days footage is actually included in this video. I wasn't able to achieve my goal by day 300, so instead of being like, hey guys, I didn't actually do the thing I was talking about the whole video, so this has no real conclusion, so please like and subscribe to see me finish my goal in the first 5 minutes of my next video, coming in 2 months. Nah, fuck that shit. I grabbed enough caffeine to give an 18-year-old a heart attack and made those parasites my bitch all the way to day 400, because I'm not going to let some funny little bug get in the way of my storytelling. So yeah, I basically doubled the amount of work I had to do, so I apologize for how long it took for this video to come out, but I hope the extra 100 days makes up for it. You may be wondering what my goal was that took so long that I couldn't do it in 100 days. I was trying to make this. This thing right here demanded an arm and a leg, my firstborn son, and an installment loan with 120% APR. To make matters worse, the state of my neighborhood had dwindled and I frequently had to deal with break-ins. But that's not where this story starts. That's like halfway through, so let's rewind things back to my first mistake. This story starts in hell. I needed to yet again mine cobalt and ardite to make manihelion. I needed the manihelion to create reinforced blocks, which would prevent the parasites from breaking into my house. The biggest problem for making the reinforced blocks was the amount you received when crafting them. To top everything off, crafting the reinforcement upgrades nets you a single reinforcement tablet, which any other time you would receive 8 of them. This means that it fucking sucks and I hate it. But I persevered and scoured the nether for as much cobalt and ardite as I could. Once I had a decent amount of cobalt and ardite, I made my way back home to collect the Tinkerer's Construct Forge so I could melt things down in the safety of the nether. That's right. Things have become so bad with the parasites that I'd rather be in hell. I put the forge back together, smelted some of the manihelium, but was assaulted by the clan. I quickly realized that melting everything down would take a long time, so I went back to the overworld for sand and clay. With that, I could make grout, which turns to seared bricks for a much bigger forge. I'm now of both ardite and cobalt. Yes, we can. 2 full stacks just going all at once. Look at that, boys and girls. Perfect. Now we can produce a load of manihelion. And I got drains and basins on both sides, so we can go crazy with the block production. Probably overdid it with the block production. But I think I could make it bigger. 4 stacks in immediately. Oh my goodness. Look at all of it. Just look at it all, everyone. So much cobalt and so much ardite. That's 2 stacks of each. 4 stacks total. Just cooking away right now. We're going to make so much manihelion. After the forge was ready to go, I collected some obsidian to create reinforcement templates later. Afterwards, I went back to my favorite thing, mining cobalt and ardite. Eventually, I had so much manihelion processing that it was all about waiting for the cobalt and ardite to alloy together. Once it was almost done, I began collecting the blocks from the forge, which was roughly 170 blocks of manihelion. Due to the increasing amount of break-ins from the parasites, I came to the decision that reinforcing my current base would be more trouble than it's worth. Taking note from my Parasites video, I made the stairway to heaven, as taking to the skies would be the safest location for me. I originally planned on making a giant cube to house everything with a manihelion cage around it. The cage would prevent large parasites from being close enough to the obsidian reinforced walls to break them. Anything smaller most likely wouldn't be able to break the walls, and using a cage instead of walls would use less of my manihelion blocks. So why didn't I do it? Because even after collecting 200 blocks of manihelion to make reinforcements, it still wouldn't be enough to cover the size of the base I would need. At this point, I had already spent a quarter of my time gathering all of this manihelion. From what I estimated, it wouldn't even cover half. So at this point, I tossed that idea in the trash. I finished out the platform for the time being and began moving my old base to the new one. All right, everyone, we are back and we have moved pretty much everything from down below under our base to here, and I've recreated the generator room that we had down below, as you can see. And that is over here connected to a breaker switch, powering our pump and our garden cloches. And it's currently set to off because, as you can see, it is outdoing what it needs to be doing. I'm surprised this is functioning still. It shouldn't be. It does have 54 energy, and I have no idea where it's getting that energy from, because our diesel engine is currently turned off. I know this says on, but that just means it's supplying a redstone signal to the engine, turning it off. Trust me, if it were on, you would hear it. And the diesel engine is connected to all of our big machines. It is connected to our presser, fermenter, refinery, and it is also ready to power mechanism stuff, which will be over there, hence why we got a relay going to a capacitor there for a little bit of storage. And of course, it is also powering our arc furnace, which we'll use as needed. I did try to make the generator room here power all these machines, and believe me on this one, it is just honestly way more efficient to just have the diesel generator powering its own machines for fuel production, because this whole room I have, despite its grandeur look, it doesn't come close to what this thing can do. The output for fuel was so much more with this thing, or being powered by the diesel engine. The diesel engine made it so the fuel output was like constant, and these pipes were all filled, kind of like what you see there, and kind of here. Before it, like, this was just sad, like it was getting nothing. I even tried putting a high voltage connector here and another high voltage relay like right next to the low voltage one, and then I had high voltage wires connected to all of these machines from this generator room here, and then at that point it was taking too much power from my generators, and there was a lot more power going to these machines, but it still wasn't enough to make them go sicko mode. The only thing that could achieve that was the diesel generator itself. So yeah, oddly enough, it's more efficient to just make the diesel generator power its own fuel production. I'm pretty sure I got to that point in my last video, but I mean, it's been, excuse me, so long I don't remember. Jeez. So next we need to move the crusher and the metal press over here along with the mechanism machines. And then I need to do some inventory juggling because most of these chests are basically empty. All of our materials are still back at our main base. As I said before, we do have all of our workshop items here, as well as our furnaces, which is great. But oh my god, excuse me. Oh, I'm disgusting. Oh, geez, headphone users, I'm so sorry. You're probably dead. But yeah, I'm gonna get those two machines over here, the crusher and metal press, and then get my inventory back to this base from the old one at the grand staircase, as we call it. And we're pretty much gonna be done. So despite there being a dispatcher stage 3 down there, I've had no issue with parasites yet. I hope I never do. As for hordes, I'm definitely gonna go somewhere else. I feel it would be a very foolish idea to stick around here during a horde day. As I've experienced before, though, we can take on hordes just being in an ocean, so I'll probably just end up doing that. Which reminds me, I should probably carry a boat on me. That might help out a little bit. Or I could just run away with my elytra during a horde day, because there's no way the parasites will catch up to me while I'm using my elytra. If they do, I'm gonna be dumbfounded. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I just finished grabbing the last bit of supplies from our old base, And here it is, the factory, completely stripped bare, just about. All that's left here is just the frame of our water wheels as well as the water. I left that all there. There is pretty much nothing left. Plenty of ores to grab if we so choose. And yeah, here's our home. Our old home. For sure. This is no longer home, so we're gonna edit this to abandoned bunker. And it can stay the way that it is. Yeah. It served us well, but that's an issue. That right there is an issue. You know? I don't want that in my home, okay? Sir, you need to go somewhere else. Thank you. See, I've tried this tons of times, but the problem never gets fixed, all right? Plus, I don't need to be hearing that. We could probably... Did I just get hit with, like, slowness? Yeah, mining fatigue infinity and not allowed to use anything infinity. I'm actively being pushed around by something. Bro, this is what I'm talking about. This is why we shouldn't be here anymore, man. Place is scary, dude. Oh my lord. I am actively just trying to reminisce. Something hard. Boys, we're stuck in the bunker. Boards coming. Ow. 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 Make it stop. Make it stop. We gotta get out. We gotta get out. Oh. Is this the real one? Where, oh, there it is. What is that? Oh, get me out, get me out, get me out. Okay. All right, we got away. What is that? Whoa! I don't know what that is, but I don't want any part of it. See, this is why we had to leave, boys. This is why we had to leave. Maybe the Tower of Power can help us? I hope so. No, we're just asking to get stuck and die. Oh boy. Howdy. Howdy, everyone. Howdy. 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 Ow. 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 Die. Die, damn you. Die. Why? It's already adapted. What do you mean it's already adapted? So much. Will they actually show up here? Hold on. Let me go get my stuff and let's actually go back home. There it is. That is some scary, but that is an Ender Dragon. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Oh no, stuff can show up here. Okay, let's go. I know. Station LR. Oh. Hey, this is a much better spot to be. Let's stay here. Shall we? Ow. It can hit me through that. Why? Oh my god. What am I getting hit by? Bro. Brother. I'm just getting hit by nothing. Okay. Ow. Dude. That's a little sketchy. All right, go away. Go away now. I'm just constantly being attacked by something. Here, let's put on this. That might help a little. Everything's already adapted. Everything's already adapted. They're just hitting me through the walls with AoE. Brother! Okay. We go out here. And we swim. We fucking swim. What the fuck? What is this thing? You guys see this? Oh my god. I'm out. I'm out. They're showing up underwater. What happened to all my food? Did they just take it all? What do I have? Poison, Infinity, Needler? The hell is Needler? It doesn't matter. All right, here's how we fix this problem, ladies and gentlemen. We obviously can't... Oh, wait, this is a little bit better for us. I say as I'm about to die.
I'll murder you.
Look at these parasites. What the hell is that thing? It's a monarch? Yeah. And I never want to see it again. What am I stuck in? No, no, no stuckies, please. Come on. Oh, I got one. We actually killed something. Yeah. What did it just drop? Ooh, bro, stay away. Am I not doing damage to them? Oh, stay away. Oh, we killed another one. Boys, we got it. We got to be in the water now. If we're not in the water, we just die. Monarch down, boys. Monarch down. Good to go. Hello, Mr. Squid. It's too bad these guys can't build up points right now. They'd only get points from killing me, I guess, which isn't much. But literally nowhere is safe. What did I just... We got a living sword, bro! Oh. I want to use it. I want to try and use it. This was a nice drop I received from one of the parasites, but if you look closely in the footage, I'm doing 1 damage, so I may as well be hitting these things with stuffed animals. The sword has a fun feature, which I'll explain later, but first a word from our sponsor. Are you kidding me? And they're breaking everything. Yeah, they're actively breaking stuff. And go here? Get over here. I don't know why you need to break stuff as you're... Okay. What? Oh. Stay away. Just need to lead these away. So, yeah, the Parasite sponsored me today. Or rather, they sponsored my downfall. I was gifted a wonderful package of a floor makeover and new appliances for the base. And by that, I had to fix everything myself, and I was really sad the whole time, yelling at my past self because I let this happen. Man, seriously, oh, I can't believe you did that. You really needed to test if the parasites were gonna spawn? Come on, man. Oh, that's not all I left for you to fix. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Why didn't you unclog the toilet? That's disgusting.
Oh, but that's not all. Guess what else I did? Wait, no. No. To take a load off from building, I built up a load of XP. I'm sorry. I spent my time enchanting the living sword, as it would be just as powerful as the anvil sword. It also has a damage counter, which is the blue number at the top. According to the mods page, the weapon is supposed to automatically evolve to its sentient form, which does more damage. Of course, this weapon never evolved because that mechanic doesn't work in this mod pack, and you need to craft a sentient variant yourself. It wasn't the end of the world, though, as I needed to let the parasites build up to 7 million points before they would enter phase 6, which which is when the laboratory structure would begin spawning. While I waited for that, I dispatched a dispatcher near my new base, and I created a new horde base near my old bunker. Quickly, and this should boost our points high enough that we're at stage 6 finally. Yes! The hive sees you? Oh man, that is terrifying. Can you imagine that? Just up in your sky base and the whole hive is coming for you. All right. Now, this is the part that we need. We need the pestilential nest stage 3. We need the fleshworm stage 3 and the laboratory. This is the part where I put on my elytra and we fly around looking for these and gathering what we need in order to progress a thing or two. And fly around I did. I stopped by every pest nest, as I call them, collecting organic material from those bubbly looking blocks you see in this pest nest. Ooh, I think that's a stage 3, boys. That thing... These poor men. They've been so affected by the parasites and the Calamity War that they've been reduced to... Have fun with that, guys. It was nice knowing you. And no, that tree is not a stage 3 pest nest, believe it or not. It's only a stage 2. The other structure I was looking for was a fleshworm. Yeah, great name, am I right? But Vatilda, if you're looking for a fleshworm, then why didn't you look in your pants? That's not the kind we're looking for, all right? Keep your head out of your pants. You look fucking stupid. All jokes aside, I eventually found a stage 1 fleshworm to give you an idea of what it looks like. I needed to make what's called a torture pickaxe, which uses teeth from the fleshworm and organic material from the nest. With this, I could collect worm acid blocks, which spit this shit out at you. Delicious. So I spent more time collecting all the worm acid and organic material that I could from these places, all while looking for their stage 3 variants and a laboratory. Eventually, I found a stage 3 fleshworm. That's a tree. What is that? See this over here? That's definitely something I'm gonna check out. Let's actually go that way. I need to turn to my right, and it should be right over there. Okay, went a little high. It's a wormhole. Hell yeah. Oh my lord, that is a lot. Oh my god. Flesh chunk. This might be a stage 3, boys. Alright, boys. We're going in. Oh! That is so much stuff. That is so much stuff. My lord. Oh! Die! Oh my... So many of them! There's so many! There's so many! Ugh. Okay, all right, I think they're all starting to die. It's getting a little more manageable. Oh, Jesus. Okay, all right. All right. Okay, we did it. It just keeps going. What is this? Yellow-eyed lantern? Brother. I think we got Crux up here that we need to take down. Dude's just chilling. He does not care. Holy, how big is... This is huge! That's what she said. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Protective tool, axe. Oh, you see all this down here? Bro. Is this a tier 3 worm thing, or is this something else? Is this a tier 3 flesh worm or something else, bro? Because this is odd. Summoner core crate? Manticator orb crate. Oh, this is so perfect for me. I need these things so bad, and they're just giving it to me like candy. I thought I would have had to farm monsters constantly, but nah, bro, we're getting this stuff right away. This was a huge find for me, as these are all necessary materials for crafting the weapon we're working on, which is the reason I was looking for worm acid and organic matter in the first place. Oh, okay. Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi. Seriously, is there no end to this? I think I'm to the bottom of the world. Oh, we found an end. Oh, holy shit. Why am I just... Oh. Is that... They just have a bunch of items down here. I think this might be the end, and we may want to go to that side. Guys, this is a lot of stuff. Oh my god, bro. I don't think I can take the yellow eye lantern. I'm getting rid of it. Sorry. Well, we got some more important things here. What is... That's item frame. What book is this? By Eradicator Kala? 15 days confined. The cure seems to not work, but if I survive by any chance, my captain will pay dearly. Whoever discovers this, please deliver it to my husband. Tell him I love him. Yeah, I think we're well past that point. What is this stuff? Oh, there it goes. Did you just give me? Cough antidote? Can cure mobs forever and players for 20 minutes. Yo, I can have a farm again. Let's go. Alright, I like that. Pretty sure this is straight up a railgun. Yep. We got the railgun. Amazing. That's gonna do some damage. That'll help us a lot, actually, for killing a certain something named the Dreadnought. So, pretty happy about that. Okay. Damn, there is so much stuff. Brother. Oh, okay, here, hold on. I think that'd be easier. Skystone chest? Did I get... Oh, we got it. Yes, dude. All right. This is exactly what we needed. I was looking for this. The spatial transmitter. You get this from the Fleshworm Stage 3. Beautiful. And we got graphite electrodes for the arc furnace. Dude, that's actually insane. We don't even need to worry about that. So it was officially a tier 3 fleshworm, and I found the spatial transmitter, which was needed for the interstellar network link. Trust me, I'll explain soon. But first, I was off to find the Pest Nest 3, which I was convinced was the trees with 3 bulbs, and there was a chance to find it in one of them. But I was wrong. This is what I was looking for, and holy shit, it's massive. Luckily for me, I had an elytra, so I was able to fly directly to the end room of the tree and nab the temporal transmitter. Now that I had the transmitter, I just needed to visit the lab and fight test subject 1, or the first parasite, which was a major pain in my ass. I searched through chests for the item I needed, but I couldn't find it, and I was worried the item was destroyed by the parasite. I started chucking items, hoping I would pick it up, and I was lucky enough to find the Certus signal I was looking for. With the signal found, I made a matter condenser and some inscribers. With the inscribers together, I put together a nearly automatic system to make the parts needed to create the 64K ME storage component. While those parts were being created, I put together the thirst quencher. Once it was filled with water and then powered with a charge pad, it will begin to automatically fill my water bar for me. No longer will I need to hear the clinking of bottles while trying to deal with the parasites.
Stay back! All right, stop. Hold on. Huh? What is that sound? Well, like, what's going on there?
These are my bottles.
Bottles? What's in the bottles?
They're just bottles of water.
Do you have, like, a water skin or something to
No,
keep on
no,
you?
I don't have anything like that.
I feel like carrying all that glass around is just a danger to you.
Aw, thanks, man. You know what? Maybe I'll just go back to the drawing board and see if I can come up with a better option.
No problem. I'm just looking out for you. Because I care.
Oh, you.
Now bring it in and give me some sugar.
You know what? Just this once. Why not?
Now assimilate with me.
Dude! Oh, Jesus! Oh my God! I need to stop doing that. That's the third time this week!
While that was charging, I added some windmills to the generator room so I could power my new garden cloches. With that, I had more fuel for the diesel generator. By this time, I had enough parts for the inscribers to create a 64K storage component. Now I needed to gather a lot of disposable items so I could dump them into the matter converter. The storage component keeps track of all the items I place inside, and eventually it turns into a singularity. Now, here's the cool part, boys. We now have, if we go to our functional, we have the temporal transmitter, the spatial transmitter, our Certus signals, and now we just need to make a hardened handle, I believe. Okay, smelt this stuff down. Got it. Well, now we can make the resistant handle. All right, now this is time for the big portion here. We got our stuff, put the singularity on. I'm missing something. Used for interstellar network link. Interstellar, what are we missing here? Oh, we need steel. We can certainly do that. So we get our steel, our singularity, careful. And this, and the resistant handle, these need to be interchanged. We finally have the interstellar network link, boys. This is what we've been working for this entire time. Kind of. I should say kind of. So, we've unlocked the Eradicator's Journey trait. Now, if we go into our quests here, we go here. Eradicator's Journey. Go ahead and acknowledge that we take this and claim our reward. Now, we are going to go the Certus route for the genome desplicer and eventually the cytokine mutator. It has a chance of removing adaptation points from parasites. And that to me is probably the most important thing that we can have, because that's the strongest part of the Parasites mod, is the fact that they adapt to your damage. So we're establishing this route, and we need a signal. So we need to equip our interstellar network link, put a Certus signal in our offhand, and then we need to shoot the signal into space, which if you actually read this, it does say must be shot on the ground. So we're gonna go ahead and do that instead. Let's just put these here. Do this, and blammo. Now, go to our quests. Certus log. Finally, we are beginning. This is what we searched for all of this organic sample and worm acid for. Greetings, human. I am Quintarak, and I am pleased you've come to us for assistance. Rest assured, despite our advanced technology, we mean you no harm. In fact, we share a common goal, the eradication of the parasite infestation. I'm here to help provided you're willing to cooperate. Let me bring you up to speed. In our galaxy, we've established a massive station built within an asteroid solely dedicated to the development of advanced weaponry designed specifically to combat the parasites. We call this facility the Spatial Genetic Assembler and Disassembler, SGAD. This station is still in the experimental phase, and to create effective weapons, we require specific ingredients. The parasites that provide these materials are extremely rare, and that's where you come in. Earth's parasites have evolved in extraordinary ways, offering the potential for materials we've never encountered before. Each time you send us these materials, we'll process them through SGAD. However, for the station to manipulate parasite components, it must in essence become a parasite itself. Even inanimate parasite parts possess a form of consciousness, and to cooperate, they need to perceive the station as one of their kind. To assimilate the station will require natural essences such as organic samples and worm acid. Your task is to collect these for our testing. With your help, we can create weapons capable of turning the tide in this war against the parasites. So yeah, now I'm a sugar daddy for an alien. I send him the goods.
I'm serious about this stuff.
And he returns the favor by giving me the most powerful weapon ever created. There's just one problem. This stupid mod pack wants me to go out and find vengeful cores. You may be wondering, why is that a problem? Well, to start, you need to make living cores, which is no issue. The issue is you need to have the living core in your offhand and then proceed to kill an adapted parasite. Now, I've killed plenty of adapted parasites, but if you look at this clip right here, you may notice that the adapted yellow eye turned into a primitive yellow eye and then some sad sack of flesh. This isn't a glitch, it's a feature, which happens when a colony is formed from a stage 4 dispatcher. The colony supplies a buff to all parasites, which makes them devolve when their health bar reaches 0. So in turn, I'm technically never killing an adapted parasite, which locks me out of ever acquiring a vengeful core. I tried making a node compass, which is supposed to tell you where a colony is, and in turn a dispatcher stage 4. If I could kill the dispatcher stage 4, I could get a dispatcher rose, which would remove all colonies from my world. I was able to find where the colony was being made and eventually the stage 4 dispatcher. In the end though, it really wouldn't matter if I killed it anyways, because at Parasite stage 5, dispatchers at stage 3 just automatically turn into stage 4s if there isn't already a stage 4 nearby. So if I kill one, another will take its place and immediately start a new colony, making the dispatcher rose currently useless. So thank you Modpack developers, because the item I just invested a ton of time on was just revealed to me to be unobtainable unless I just know exactly what I need for the weapon. And I just now know that the colonies would make the items unobtainable at stage 5, which is the stage before the one you need to be at to even start the process of obtaining this weapon. You can't even communicate with any of the alien races until stage 6. There was one way I thought of that could counter this though, which was to create carcasses. I needed to be below 450,000 points because that's where stage 5 starts. I wanted to make the Wicked Lure because it takes away 1 million points from the parasites. It requires essential segments and a concentrated lure, which needs noxious brains. The essential segments are only obtained from mining sacks in a parasite biome with only a 5% chance of spawning. I know it shows other methods, but I've never seen the parasitic growth blocks once during my playthrough, and the wiki states that they are a new feature, so most likely not a part of this mod pack. As for smelting pestilential ore, it doesn't work either and just makes infested ingots, and infested bone meal doesn't exist in this mod pack. Before I searched for those, I mined compressed hivestone at a colony because mining 1,500 compressed hivestone will give you a guaranteed dispatcher rose. After that, I started my search for essential segments, mining these sacks in the only parasite biome in my world, which was my old home back at the bunker. This took me from day 307 to day 314, which wasn't too much time, but that was also all I had for the parasite biomes, which meant no more essential segments, and in the end, I could only make 6 lures. Yeah, the carcasses take 5 lures to make, which each carcass takes away 1 million points from the parasites. Somehow I actually forgot that and thought each lure would be used to take away 1 million points. So it takes on average 7 days to find enough essential segments to make one carcass. I need 5 or 6 more carcasses to get my points below stage 5, and no other parasite biomes had spawned, and who knows how long it would take before one could be as big as the one that I have at home. At this point, it could be 200 more days or longer before I could get to that point, and the parasites were bound to start gaining more points eventually, which would just make the workload larger. So now all I can ask is, what should I do?
What should I do?
Should I accept that I won't be able to make this weapon in this world and move on to some other project? What should I do?
Should I admit I've made mistakes? Should I say I've done this before? Should I write a song about how I should have stayed in my room? What should I do?
Should I start a whole new world just so I actually have the capability to create this awesome weapon? What should I do? No. That's it. There's nothing left to do.
Don't fuck me, Eric. Don't you ever try to fuck me.
Now I could finally make vengeful cores from killing adapted parasites. With the vengeful cores I needed in my parasite-covered hands, I could turn in all the parts I needed to complete the sword and finally reach my goal. With the strongest weapon in my hands at day 322, I figured I may have time to work on one other goal, and I decided I'd flex on the parasites just a little bit more. To start, I gathered a lot of materials and began making all of the components that I needed for my project, many of which were from immersive engineering, and most things I made were things I already had made in the past, such as coke ovens, garden cloches, and many windmills. Here we have windmills generating and sending power to garden cloches, which are creating potatoes. These potatoes are sent to a crusher, which creates biofuel. The biofuel is then sent to the bioreactor, which generates even more power. This power is then sent to a relay and distributed to all of the machines on my base, and more importantly, to our final generator. Here we have the thermal evaporation tower, which is using heat to turn water into brine, just like Jesus did. The tower receives water from the pump in the back and heat from the resistive heater. The second evaporation tower turns brine into liquid lithium. The liquid lithium is then sent to a rotary condensator, which turns the liquid lithium into lithium gas, which is then sent to a solar neutron activator, turning the lithium into this green liquid called tritium. Next, we have a pump sucking out heavy water. The heavy water goes to an electrolytic separator, which turns it into deuterium. These are the two main fuels for a fusion reactor. For a catalyst, I infuse coal with gold dust to make a holram. Then, with a chemical infuser, I combine tritium and deuterium to make DT fuel and fill the holram with the fuel. Then I place the catalyst into the reactor. Next, I have in place an induction chamber, which is used as a power storage unit it so the fusion reactor doesn't shut off after powering all of my machinery. Inside are induction provider blocks, which increase the output of power from the chamber. And we have basic and advanced induction cells, which determine the total amount of power we can store within our induction chamber. Finally, we have our laser ignition system, which is being powered by our bioreactors. The laser shoots power into the laser amplifiers, and after reaching 1 gigajoule of energy, I can fire it into the reactor, which turns it on. And there you have it. My final flex on the Parasites was to reach nuclear power. I know I didn't show you all the crafting details of this project, but I don't want my video to be another 2 hours long. Now, I'd say there's only one thing left to do. Let's try out that sword we worked so hard for. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, and 1 like equals 1 parasite that I kill. And if you don't comment, I'll clog your toilet and force feed you laxatives. Cheers, everyone.